Hi guys, it's reaction time. But before that reaction, a massive shout out to the band Midnight City, who have sent me this amazing t-shirt. Hair metal, Midnight City, Nottingham, UK. How cool is that? Love this t-shirt. Also sent me this little wristband here. Loving it, absolutely loving it. So guys, Eclipse are back. They don't go away for long. They come back every couple of years to give us some more amazing music. They've got a new song called Hearts Collide out. Anyone who knows me and watches the channel would know I'm a massive fan of this band. One of my favourite bands, period. They are amazing. I love the first song they brought out about, a month ago. This is the second song called Hearts Collide. Eric Martinson, the genius on vocals. Magnus Henriksson, the genius on guitars. Philip Krusner, genius on the drums, and also Victor Krusner, genius on the bass. They're all an amazing band. Like I said, one of my favourite bands ever. So they got an album coming out called Megalomanium later on this year on Frontiers Records. I've sent the reaction to the last song to Eric Martinson, and we had an interview a little while ago. It looks like he's up for another interview, and I should be interviewing him soon. That's one interview that I need to do, because such a lovely guy, and amazing musicians. To look up to people like that and speak to them, you know, it's just mental. Anyway, enough of my gushing about Eclipse, because I could go on about them all day. They never ever let me down. This is Eclipse. This is Hearts Collide. Here we go. Man, they're just amazing. This is full-blown Eclipse all over. I mean, this is what I love about this band. Their last song, and they always inject something different, but the last song definitely had some influence from My Chemical Romance. I've got to say that. And the way they injected that little bit of influence from them, because they went and toured with them for a little while, you could just hear a little bit of that in their music, but it was still Eclipse. This is full-blown Eclipse. This is what they've honed their skills to sound like. Because over the years, like going way back probably to Bleed and Scream, they started this slightly folky sort of feel to their music in their guitar melodies and stuff. And they've carried that on, and they've honed their skills now, and they've perfected it. Absolutely brilliant. No one sounds like them, and they are just so fucking good. I absolutely love everything about them, and they never, one of the few bands, you know what I mean, they never let me down. They just don't. Every single album is as good as, if not got better than the last one. You can't say that about many bands. I've been thinking about doing like bands that have had amazing album runs, like we've spoken about it, me and the Iridiates. And usually when people talk about amazing album runs, they have to go back, don't they, for quite a while and think about bands, you know, from the 80s or whatever. Oh yeah, what band? And then almost a lot of them bands like let you down at some points. Eclipse haven't done that. I mean, I think they found their feet definitely on Bleed and Scream. But even before that, Are You Ready to Rock? From that stage, you could even include that on an album run that has gone, how many albums is that? 6? Something like that? How many bands have an amazing 6 album run? I don't know. It could be more than 6. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to do an album. I'd have to rank the albums from Eclipse or something. But man, they just blow my mind every time. They really do. And I'll tell you what's really cool. This video pulls at the heartstrings a little bit, and you might be thinking, what are you talking about? It's them playing live. But I've been into this band now, I must admit, I wasn't from the beginning. I didn't hear the debut album. I didn't hear it at all. It's quite hard to hear it as well and go back. You can't really find it, I don't think, unless it's on some of the streaming services now. I'm not sure, but finding the album is quite hard, and they found their sound back then, I believe, you know, trying to find their sound on the debut. If you think about it, like, you know, from where they started out on Are You Ready to Rock, and it's quite really heartwarming to see them on these massive tours with, I think they're on the Motley Crue and Def Leppard tour, I think, at the moment, or they have been. So to see them, footage of them in stadiums and that, and, you know, filling, and they can also do it themselves now. The crowds are getting more and more. They're the most streamed band, I think, on Frontiers on Spotify. You know, and you think about some of the bands on Frontiers and Spotify, man, I mean, there's some massive bands on there as well. So they are getting more and more popular and so fucking well deserved. So guys, the rest of this song is coming. I can't wait to hear it. Eclipse, man. Eclipse! Come on, here we go. Makes me feel proud to be an Eclipse fan for all this time. It really does, to see where they've come from to where they've got to. And they've done that through sheer hard work. They produce like an album every 2 years and it's amazing. They're so busy with other stuff as well, so they keep themselves going through all the, you know, they've never let up from this band. One of the most hard-working bands in the world, especially Martinson and Henriksen. I mean, they're all over projects as well. Especially Eric Martinson, you know, he's fucking one of the busiest mans in rock. So they deserve everything they get. They're so hardworking, and to carve out this sound that they've got, that is Eclipse now, that is Eclipse, but just keep adding little bits. It's really clever, because what they'll do, they'll never ever let the Eclipse fans down. Never, because they sound like Eclipse. But what they do, they take these little bits now and again. They take these little bits as albums go on and give you something new. So what that'll do, that'll bring new fans in. That'll bring new fans in. It capture the, you know, their sound will capture new fans. And that's why they're getting more and more and more popular. And I love it. I love it. I really do. Amazing band. One of my favourite bands out there. That was Eclipse. That was Hearts Collide. One of the best bands out there, guys. Let me know what you think of that in the comments below. I'll see you soon.